Check this out. Today I'm going to show you how I airbrush my planes, just for a little bit of weathering. Just makes it look good, doesn't it? So this is a compressor I use. If you're in Australia, you'll know this brand. Did come with an airbrush, but I wasn't happy with it. Comes with a nice long lead, which is good. It's not that noisy. So pretty easy to use. You just turn it on and off, and that's it. It's got the regulator. You can adjust that if you need to. And I've changed the airbrush. Haven't used this yet, so we'll try this out today. More of a pistol grip. The other one had a little trigger on the top, which is a bit harder to use, so hopefully this one's going to be easier to use. Just got it off eBay. As you can see, come with a couple of different size pots on the top and two different size needles. Got a 0.8 and a 0.5. I'll just use the 0.8. That should be fine for what I'm doing. A couple of fine needles there. And again, this one comes with a nice long lead too, which is handy if anything happens to the other one. I'm just going to be using acrylic today, but probably water-based is preferred, but I've got some acrylic and I'm going to use a red-black. Gives it a bit better look rather than a blue-black. You know, a bit more of a weathered look, rusty sort of a black look, you could say. So let's get into it. This is the plane I'm going to airbrush, the Dynam Hawker. Think it'll look good. A little bit of weathering on it. What do you think? Might start underneath, because you don't see it as much. Good to have a little bit of practice. Ready to go. You can use a piece of paper or something or other, piece of cardboard. Just have a little practice on it, like this. See what it comes out like. I like to hold it underneath, and you can get it started like this. And then you mostly just want to dirty up those lines, those swage lines. There we go. Can you hear me compressor going? Not too loud, I hope. You know what I'm saying? Just want to build up those lines like this. You don't need a lot on. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. We might lift up our landing gear a little bit later and go around them, because we've got our cannons here. So we really want to dirty up around them, don't we? They have a lot of smoke coming off them. What you can do is just put your little piece of cardboard. Even you can like use a credit card, something like this. Just blow off that edge there. Looks alright, just dirty it up a little bit. It's that easy. You don't have to be too fussy. We've got an edge here. Blow off that. We can run along our ailerons there a little bit. Just so it makes it look a little bit dirty along that. Well, we haven't got any flaps, have we? On that flap edge, like this. Dirty up along that edge. And a couple of little streaks. How's that looking? I know it's a little bit shiny in the camera. It's really best to do it in natural light, because I've done a silver Dynam P47. I found under the lights you put too much paint on, so if you can, do it in natural light. It's a come out a lot better then. I'll just run up these lines here. A little bit there. So it doesn't need much. You can put it on as much as you want. Make it really dirty. I like to make it very dirty around the guns. Lots of streaks around the wheel well, because the wheels and the tyres give off lots of dirt, don't they? Look at that. It's that easy. You can go a little bit wider if you need to. Looks pretty good. You can go around this little squarey thing, whatever that is. A couple of streaks. Not too bad. A couple more streaks, I reckon, on the front edge. Continue my stripes along here, just like this. A little bit along that front edge there. Oh, can you see that? Maybe I should cover up my yellow light. Or is it green? A little bit along that edge, front edge. Not too bad. So you can put your card along this seam here. Just dirty up in that little line there, eh? You don't have to be too fussy. I'm probably going to crash it anyway. Maybe along this line. How's that looking? Lots of dirt, grease is going to blow out from there. Around this side, a couple of streaks. How's that looking? Not too bad. Looks alright in the camera, doesn't it? A little bit just here. I reckon I should paint that light. Run a little bit on the edge there. Maybe I will just blow a bit over there. Might look a bit better, eh? Bit over our light. I think it's probably enough. You don't need too much, do you? Eh? Maybe a little bit, couple on this white bit here. I'm pretty happy with that. That's good enough. On to the next wing. Make the Dynam dirty. Just come off the battles. I'll do a bit more over this side, because you can go back and do the other side a bit more. Bit around the wheels. Probably had dirty runways back in the day. It wouldn't have been too clean. I'll tell you what colour I'm using. This is a red black. I think it looks a bit more weather looking. Rusty. Got a rusty maybe tinge to it maybe. Good for the weathering. Maybe it could be called an ebony black. It's definitely not a blue black. Don't go with blue black, I don't think. The dirt was never blue. Dirt was brown. You can even mix a bit of brown with it if you really wanted to. Yes. Look at that. You can go as heavy as you want. A few streaks here and there. Of course, the beautiful wool planes. Going pretty fast in the sky. So you got to try and simulate that. That's why you do these edges, so the air is pushing the dirt backwards. You can just hold your car underneath. Lots of grease off those guns. Of course, you're not going to see it on the black. A little bit dirt along the front edge there. All the way along. They're actually a good plane to airbrush, the Dynams, because they got heavy lines in them, don't they? So they can really stand out. Hasn't taken very long at all, has it? I think we need a little bit more here. A bit more off those wheels. It is raining outside, so it's something to do while it's raining. You can't fly, or of course at night time. Maybe we should paint these a little bit so they don't stand out as much. Here we go, we're out of paint. Onto the tail, same deal. Hold up my piece of paper. A little bit dirty along that front edge there, eh? A couple of streaks in these lines here. Looking better already, isn't it? Gonna get very dirty under here, isn't it? So, like I said, you can make it as dirty as you want. It's been a big battle, this Dynam, but they survived. How's that looking? Coming on this little edge here. It doesn't take much. You can do it quite quickly actually. Doesn't take long at all. It'll be in there. Put this up here like this. It'll be along this edge. This is a good gun. That's worked good for me. I'm very happy with this. A lot easier in the hand. Fits in the hand nice. Good enough. That other one was just too small. Too hard to use. Where we got this line here. As you can see, I'm not that fussy. Just bring out these lines. They got really dirty just then. But that's good enough. And just blow a couple of streaks through it. A little bit along this edge. A couple of streaks. A little bit there. Even it up. Okay, the hard bit with all this is moving it around so you guys can see it all. Probably on the wrong angle, but we have a go, eh? Just long streaks like that. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. Build it up as much as you want. This Dynam's leaking oil all over the place, all up the side of it. As I said, it would be better if I was in natural light. Just follow those lines along. I'm on the wrong angle. So you fold your piece of paper across here like this to get that seam. Just run a bit along that seam there. Dirty it up a bit. The next seam. And just a few streaks like this. Change your position a little bit. Not too bad. It's starting to look like a warplane, isn't it? I think we need to dirty up this spinner a bit, don't we? It's looking a bit too clean. A little bit extra on the nose there. Like the other side, we can bend that around there. A little bit along here. Just highlights the seams a little bit. Because these points here probably where the dirt would build up, wouldn't it? Make them a bit dirtier. Lots of oil leaking out of the engine. Because it does blow up the wing there, doesn't it? Dirty up his front edge. Very dirty on the cannons. I like the Dynam how it's got the cannons sticking out. Looks nice. Can you see this? Maybe you can't. There we go. Continue along our seams. Get our credit card. Couple of streaks off them. Propellers in the road. How's that looking? Just a little bit along here, just a tiny bit. better already. Holds a bit of that overspray, doesn't it? Move it along for you. Like underneath. Gathers a bit of dirt along here, doesn't it? That's good enough. See, I put a false line across that decal. I like doing that. Bounce around a bit for me. Bit dirty along that edge. A bit dirty on the tip. Hopefully a bit more along here. Just on the tips. A bit dirtier. I'll give you a closer look. Look at that. Looks nice. Don't need too much, do you? Weather up that front edge. I like them nice and dirty. Couple streaks up here. As you can see, it doesn't take too long. The worst bit's cleaning the gun up, because they are a bit fiddly, a bit fine. A little bit more around here. Stand back, have a look at it, see if you're happy with it. Compare both sides. Lots of oil leaking out of the Dynam. Splatters up the wing. Bit of build up here. Around in a second like this. Now this is a bit harder for me doing it like this, but I have to do the filming, but it's good enough, eh? Like I said, I'm probably only going to crash it. Pull Dynam. I'm on funny angles sometimes. When you're spraying, you want to be as comfortable as you can. Do a nicer job that way, don't you? Come around here. Bit hard to do on this angle. A few streaks. Look at the beautiful Dynam hawker now. Looks alright, doesn't it? Just got back from the battles and it survived. Pile of tabby. As you can see, don't have to be that perfect, do you? I'm probably going to crash it. Hopefully not. You never know. I like it all weathered. I think it looks good. It's not a high quality model, so I think it improves the look of it. Looks really good now. I use acrylic because that's what I had. So water base will be better for you. Hope I've helped someone. I'm no expert, but I just have a go. And this is good enough. I'm quite happy with it. Over on the other wing. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks nice. Thanks for watching.